Oh, hold on. Don't say anything because we're on audio.
Okay.
So, wait about.
I'm just thinking with my.
I'm a super dick.
Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's get ready for Marcus Maven. About midway to the midday with Marcus Maven. And you can call in, I lay back and just listen to Marcus Maven. So sit back and relax and watch Maven. Break it down like this. Woo!
Broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Time for Middays with Marcus Maven on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. And what more could you ask for with a little bit of secrecy, a little bit of mystery floating around the city? Steve Rummage in the building, Nikki V in the booth.
Merry Christmas! Kenny Payne is the opposite of KCD. It's the same thought process because KCD comes when you never expect it. Look, I woke up, I never expected KCD this year. Actually, this year may have been the most surprising KCD ever. I was driving around the neighborhood. I went for a jog. I walked over to Gustavo's. I was getting some stuff. I dapped up my dude Kevin Harnett at the time. You know what I'm saying?
The only
yes
Kevin Harnett.
Yeah, the only Kevin Harnett. Look, my guy Cord Dennison was over there. I was like, what's good, man? We was having a good time. Everybody was like, oh man, and then I went back to the house. It was beautiful. The wife was off work and I looked up and I was like, babe, it's KCD. It's like, we didn't even know it was coming. Yeah,
we thought there was no way we could get a KCD early.
My wife ran to the bedroom. She's like, she's like, I don't even have my good lingerie on. She's like, I didn't even know it was KCD. And I'm like, babe, put something red on.
Hurry up.
Yeah, it was like, it was awesome. So, anyways, that was happening. Kenny Payne is the same premise,
right?
Just in a great way for me. So it's like, look, you wake up this morning and it's like, if Kenny Klein is old Saint Nick, then I'm sorry, Kenny Payne, then Kenny Klein would be like the messenger. When Kenny Klein says, "Good morning, Steve," and I'm like, "Good morning, Kenny Klein," and he's like,
"Top of the morning."
He's like, "Steve, there's a press conference today." Somebody said,
"What?
Kenny Clutch Day."
Nobody enjoys hearing press conference like the Louisville fan base right now. All you need is those two. Listen, and like other people, I don't need the rush. I don't need the rush to the finish line. I'm not a premature.
No.
I mean, I'm not. There's no need to rush.
Not in everything. Some things.
Yeah, it's no need to rush.
Yeah.
Take your time.
That's why I'm married.
And do it right.
If you know how this goes.
Yeah, and I just had to spend my time avoiding BD. Nikki V.
The hell are you pointing at me for?
Nikki V in the booth. Nikki, what's going on, my man?
I'm very confused right now.
Boot.
But yeah, it's a good day. I mean, remember when we would get the email and it'd say press conference and we'd be all like,
"Yeah, oh no,
it's gonna be some sort of notice of allegations or some." We find out the next block the can's been kicked down the road, but it just still wasn't fun. But now it's like, like a present in the mail.
Are they having a meeting just to say, "Ding dong, the witch is dead, Mark Emmert's dead, the witch is dead, ding dong, Mark Emmert is dead."
What a beautiful, beautiful day!
Wake out your bed, you sleepy head, Mark Emmert's
Oh
He
my
gone.
gosh. Yeah,
Yes,
he's,
I
just
said
saying.
gone. Yeah,
he's not dead.
Yeah, we don't want the dude to die.
I
We just want to know. Leave.
That's beautiful, man.
Oh, okay. maybe just give me a look like making a whole lot of assumptions over there, Nick.
So yeah.
It's been a long few years.
So Steve.
Yeah.
The question everybody wants to know,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope you don't have an answer. I hope you don't have an answer. And 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. Text line right now. I know you don't know, but I want you to call your shot right now. And here's the thing. Don't call an easy shot. Don't call an easy shot. Call a home run. Is it a third coach? Is it another, intricate member of the program? Is it another commitment? Is like, what is it? Is somebody retiring or something? I mean, tell me what you think it is, not the easy shot. 3831-939, 8150-939 is the number. Nikki, before the phones start blowing up or anything, Call your long shot bomb right now. What are we going to get out of the press conference? What huge Kenny Payne third home run?
Are the Cavs in the playoffs still?
Are the Reds, you mean?
The Reds.
In the playoff hunt?
Who cares about the Reds? The Cavaliers. I should know the playoffs. I don't even know who's in the playoffs. LeBron's not in it. Nobody cares.
Only
let's
the
see here.
ratings.
Cavaliers.
Golly. And yes, we're going to talk about John Morant. Keep going.
Yes.
No, of course the Cavs are not in the playoffs, Steve.
They were good.
Yeah, no, they're not.
They're not anymore. Okay.
No,
Tristan
I
Thompson.
don't think so.
They're dependent on him.
Rondo.
Interesting.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
He's been out of. Is that your long shot? Is that your long shot, Steve? Nikki, no, I called on you first, Nikki. Give me your long. Dino Gaudio. Boom. Book it.
That's what you got. All right. Fran Fraschillo. Dino Gaudio. Okay.
Book it.
Move on from
Dick
Dick
Vitale.
Vitale.
It's Aki freaking Collins from Penn State. They listened to the show,
He heard the show.
and then they were like, "You know
Listen
what?
to us. Listen to
Guys
us
from Brooklyn?
break down the resume, and they went and called him, and he accepted the call, and now he's on his way. 1 day of work, and we got Aki
Boom.
Collins here.
Aki Collins to Louisville."
Nikki V, long shot, first long shot of the day. Nikki says the third coach is Penn State assistant Aki Collins. There you have it, people. Take it to Twitter, take it to the bank. Nick Valvano and Aki Collins.
Yeah, reported first yesterday.
Next one. Jay-Z is coming to Louisville. He is signed up to do an 8-concert tour across Kentucky.
I want Jay-Z to become like the Billy Joel. He just does a monthly show in the Yum Center.
Right. Yeah, just Vegas him out.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
this is the new Vegas, only we can't gamble. How stupid is that?
Don't remind me.
Stupid is that?
Jeremy Wallman says Jay Wright.
Third assistant.
He's putting it on Twitter right now.
Third assistant. Run it.
You heard it here.
Run
Jeremy
it.
Wallman and CSZ say Jay Wright.
Third assistant.
Third assistant.
That, you know what?
Go to the boards
I can
right
see
now.
that.
Go to the,
Okay.
go to the
Okay.
message boards
Listen,
right now.
Listen,
So
not,
basically,
not
the
a lot of
assistant's
pressure.
coming from Pennsylvania, is what we're saying.
That's
Yeah,
reasonable.
It's either Penn State or Villanova.
Philly Carl, I bet you better call in. I bet you better call in before this week is up. Running around here. Listen,
Yep.
your whole era just ended in one fellow swoop. I bet you better call this show. Consider yourself a day one.
Yep.
Any good ones? Who we got? Long
Rick,
shots.
Rick Pitino back as assistant.
Third assistant. He wants his piece of cow.
Calipari coming in. Just gave up. Look, hey, they're already. Listen, Andy had a great point yesterday. He was telling James the truth, and it was hurting James.
I'm listening.
Andy was telling James, listen, y'all should just back out of this DJ Wagner thing. And look,
don't need that look.
go get Dillingham.
Mhm.
Yeah, just back out. Look, you don't.
Rajon Rondo.
Come on now. Yeah, so maybe Cal pulls the ultimate, and he's like, you know what? You can't beat him, join him. Let's have some fun.
Kenny Payne did say the state first.
Right.
Yeah, come on, Cal.
And I mean, listen.
You can roll with us to get rolled over.
And it's definitely not like, I mean, because Kenny Payne and Cal have a great relationship. So no way Kenny Payne would like, if there was a guy that's been on staff at Kentucky since like 2012,
right?
I mean, you know, and the Kentucky players love him and Cal loves him and everything's
And all
good.
the former players.
And all the former players love him.
How do they feel
I mean, there's no way Kenny Payne would go and like,
Lawrence.
Just take.
Yeah, like all.
Right.
Wait, all the Kentucky staff and stuff are off limits, right?
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
I mean, and then KSR is just like randomly like, hey, we have an opening for a certain position. That's weird. What's going on?
Yeah, it looked almost like they were caught off guard by it.
Heavens, what's happening here?
Huh, that's interesting.
We're like, oh, who knows?
Listen, call your long shots, people. Text in your long shots. 3831-939, 8150-939. First caller up. Lawrence, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Maybe it's Lawrence.
What's up, Marcus? What's up, Steve?
What's up, Lawrence?
I think the first conference going down to who the third coach is and who's going to be the strength coach is too. I think we're going to have two.
A
two
double
guys.
press conference today?
I believe so.
I like you. I like how you're thinking. Who's it going to be?
I feel hoping that it's Milt Wagner because this team need help with foul shooting.
Okay.
And whoever the strength coach is, I think might be one of the NBA guys.
Well, hey, listen.
Well, that was
Lawrence.
pretty, that was pretty easy. Good job, Lawrence. I appreciate the call on that one. That's his long shot.
But I like that Lawrence had backing too.
Yep.
He was like free throws.
This team cannot shoot free throws. Who better?
Responsible for all maintenance required on your vehicle. We're offering
getting
you one
spam
last
calls now.
opportunity to
hell is
extend
this?
or
Did
renew
they
your
call?
vehicle's coverage.
Okay, who do you think will be the
Speak with a coverage
Okay.
specialist to go over your options. Press 1.
Okay?
Again,
One.
please press 1
One.
to speak with
Let's
a
talk to a
coverage
specialist.
specialist. or
Let's see
press
what they
2
think.
in order to be added in our do not call list.
I'm hitting 1.
Okay. Because maybe they know.
Right. I don't mind it at all. Or this is like a
Texter says it has to be a white guy, right?
We'll see.
Hi, this is Nick.
Do you
No,
have?
whoa, wait, no, wait.
Why did
I was going to ask him if they
Oh,
had.
yeah.
No,
You're going to get
no.
us sued.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh,
You have
are
to
we not
tell-
allowed to do that?
No,
No.
you have to tell them they're on the radio.
Okay, because
I
I
was
was just
gonna
gonna.
tell
I was just gonna
I didn't
ask
think
him.
we were going to get an actual person. So
Well,
You-
it
you
literally said, Nick.
Just speak.
I didn't think we were really. It's a freaking
Nick,
bot.
just answer the phone so we can get some more good ideas.
I was going to ask him.
That was a terrible idea. But I was going to tell him he was on the radio first.
I was. I didn't know that was the rule. I
Yes,
guess.
I told
You mean you can record people
Bob,
with a microphone under your shirt, but you can't let them be on the radio?
No, you can let him be on there, but you say, "Hey, my man, you are on the radio
so
right
they
now,
know.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fair.
and it's being recorded."
Dez.
Des, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
What's going on, Marcus and Steve? How y'all doing today?
Feeling
Good.
good.
Good. Okay, my long shot for the third assistant. Well, it probably won't be, but the name that's been going around. I think Rondo, because if we need some guard help, the guards have to be a point guard or whatnot.
Fair enough.
And I guess the still the conditioning coach. I don't know who it could be. That's
Come on,
hard.
we're calling long shots. You don't have to be right about this.
Okay,
we're
long
going
shots, then.
fantasy long shots.
I say somebody from North Carolina, because you know how Armando Baycott Biggie is. Hey, someone from North Carolina, I guess. Hey, just saying.
Appreciate the call. He said somebody from Carolina.
Okay, well,
I'm getting Bobby Hurley.
let me
It's a
tell
long
you,
shot.
if it's,
I don't feel the quota.
I'm just going to be completely honest with you, and I don't think it is. I'm being serious just for a second at all.
Ain't no fun.
But if it was Rondo, I'm going to need a heck of a lot longer than 4 hours. Actually, I will just go to the doctor.
I'm just make an appointment.
It's coming.
I'm going to need to talk
Matt.
4 hours.
At 2:00. It's about to get bad.
Yeah, I mean, here's the problem. Y'all
I'm
don't
just gonna
know.
sit here from 2 to 6.
Y'all don't know how.
It's 4 hours, Steve.
I know. That's why. I'm there.
No.
Okay, the when you say things like Rondo, this is why Steve gets excitable. Brought to you by who?
Oh, you caught me mid coffee. Blue Chew.
Okay, you missed it. So this is why you get excited about Rondo.
BlueChew.com, promo code Derby. Receive your first month free, just $5 shipping.
He is still in the window of I can show you just as well as I can tell you, and I can do it to you right in front of everybody. He can still drop guards. He can still drop forwards. He can still do that in that window. And he's a hellacious worker. With that being said, I don't want this narrative to run around like guard help. y'all do know what Nolan Smith's specialty originally was at Duke, right? Player development.
Yeah.
He was the director. I don't know the official title. Can you look it up real quick? At Duke, he was like the director of player development. So when we add in when we say another guard help, that's just us over like balancing out the two best big man coach. Like you wouldn't want anybody else touching the big man conversation when you have Danny Manning and Kenny Payne. Right. So we're just throwing out another guard developer for principal.
The fun thing is, and let's be clear, because this texter says, I bet y'all already know. I assure you we do not. And let me say,
I don't know.
We've actually had maybe or not a family member of a player reach out and say, y'all know? It's like, no, we don't. It's legit. But I've
made a reputation of not snitching though. So
I wouldn't tell anyways. To be fair, yes.
To be fair.
You guys want you guys I think have learned by now. Look, you want
anything that may listen, I'm not stepping on the guy's thunder,
No.
And I'm not giving him the opportunity to renegotiate where he's at currently, just so I can break a story. Nikki, what was his titles at Duke, Nolan Smith?
All right. They said in 2018, he became director of basketball operations and player development.
Okay. Basketball ops. Think about it. Your ops guy is make sure you coordinate everything and book the hotels and all that good stuff. I mean, a little more than that, but operations guy and player development.
Yes.
That's when
in March of 2018.
When Kenny Payne says it's a home run, guys who do operations means you can move up the ladder and know, like I said, the head coach needs his operations guy to be the sharpest guy on the team, basically, because he's supposed to make sure the coach can walk into the gym and everything's already set up to be ran at perfect efficiency. That was Nolan Smith's job. And when he gets everything running at perfect efficiency, and the coach has to leave early, and assistant coach is out here recruiting, and Nolan Smith and one other coach, run things like, no, I got the guards today. I got the player development. I do the 35-minute workouts. Like he is an integral part of the Duke player development and basketball ops. So he's not just some dude. Let's get that clear. Keep on.
Well, and here's my thing too. Well, or was Nick? Okay, I didn't know if Nick was still reading something.
No.
Okay,
I just wanted that title. That's
I'm just scrolling.
I don't know. If it's it could be an ops guy that's been rumored. It could be strength coach. It could be a third assistant. But let me just talk about the three assistants really quick.
It is not Marcus Maben, and you spell my name Marquez, not Marcus.
It was. But let me just talk about the three assistants, because the same will be true whenever that's announced. Marcus and I talked about something on the phone the other night. You have Kenny Payne. Then you have the young guard recruiter, works with the guards, heavy, big time on the recruiting scene. Then you have big man, coach, OG.
Yep.
He can recruit.
Yep.
But connections and things are more important with him. You've covered everything you need.
Yeah, already.
This third assistant can be anybody.
Anything. Yep.
It's whatever Kenny Payne values.
Yep.
Maybe he values, I need scout guy. I don't care if this guy recruits at all.
Right.
Maybe he says, I want a dude that can't scout a lick. And I'm joking, obviously, but I want this dude to be just an animal on the recruiting scene.
Or, Steve, take it a step further. I need a lunatic film guy. That's why it could be Marcus Maben.
Right.
I need a lunatic film guy that will sit there and have me so prepared for every game. I can break. Listen, this guy is going to handle all the scouting for every team, just so I don't have Nolan, Danny Manning busy with that. I need one serious film head who does reverse scouting, which means he breaks down our practice videos and says, okay, This is guy coming up short here. This guy's doing this. This guy's doing that. Scout got to break down our practices and then breaks down film for the next game.
Yeah.
Who do we got on the line, Nikki?
Let's start off with our boy Matt.
Matt, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Marcus, man, I was going for a long shot, but man, I'm doing a logic in my head, and this makes total sense.
Okay.
So the third assistant today is going to be announced, and one of the texters said, potentially a white guy. I said, oh, okay, maybe a white guy on there, but not too white. And then someone has time on their hands and loves Louisville first.
Right.
Jack Harlow, he walks into the living room, he says, what's poppin'? And then the recruit's like, hey, man, I feel like we're already best friends. And then he says, we fly first class up in the sky. Hey, man, it's Jack Harlow.
It would listen.
It's a good suggestion.
It would cost him a lot of money to be our assistant.
I know he can still make records. We got a recording studio with the ATC and all that right on campus.
Or 93.9. Matt, appreciate the call. Yeah, he can definitely come over here.
That's a
kick
great
it with
point.
us for a second.
It's a great point.
Let's get this.
I would be honored to mix down his next track.
You'd probably screw up he'd screw up his rejoin so
have
bad.
Have you seen what I make art back here with like a box of 64 Crayola crayons.
I do agree with
Texter
that.
says Steve can't hold water, so if he knows, he'll slowly spill it. That's a good point. That's a great point.
That's a great point.
So y'all know, I legitimately don't know.
Who do we have, Nikki?
We have Jason.
Jason, fire away, my man.
Thanks for taking my calls, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know this for a fact. He is in town, and it is a white guy.
Oh.
And it is going to be Gene Hackman from Hoosiers
Hey.
taking over. They're going to pick up Nick Nolte from Blue Chips as the strength and conditioning coach.
Oh, or recruiter.
It's going to be crazy, guys. Get ready.
Yeah, so they're gonna recruit the parents by just showing up like, hey, I'm Nick Nolte. You know how we do. I know the game. I know the game
Take
better.
care, guys.
Yeah, appreciate it, Jason.
Yeah, appreciate the call, Jason. Nick Nolte says, I know the game more than anybody.
Yeah. I can get you a tractor.
I can get
Your
you
mama house.
I can get you a Lexus. Looks like a spaceship.
If they hired Nick Nolte, Penny Hardaway would be like, no.
Butch. What was that? Butch McRae?
Butch McRae.
Yeah.
Sadly, wouldn't kids nowadays not really know who he is, unfortunately. He'd be rattling off all the movies he's in, and then they'd just be staring at him and be like, I voiced the bear and Over the Hedge.
He'd be
like, oh,
he'd be like 48 hours. So look, yeah, that does take place in Louisville, doesn't it?
Texter says, I drive.
No, not that 48 hours, jackass. That's first 48. Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maven on 93.9 The Ville.
The sounds of spring can often be followed by the sounds of a broken air conditioner. So if you hear your AC unit making some unwanted noise, then call DFH Company today at 968-6222. Right now, when you buy a full Train system, receive an extended 10-year part and labor warranty and 18-month special financing. It's hard to stop a Train, so call DFH 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
Lou City FC and Racing Louisville merch is the best way to show pride for your teams and your city.
Lancaster firing a shot from very far out and knuckled it in.
Our 2022 jerseys are now available, so grab your kit and get ready to cheer on the team this season. Visit the team store at Lynn Family Stadium, open Monday through Saturday from 10 to 6 to check out the new apparel, accessories, and novelties arriving weekly. Or shop online at shop.loucity.com and shop.racingloufc.com.
Imagine your bright career when you join the U of L Health Team. Now, imagine receiving free tuition to the University of Louisville. At U of L Health, we believe in investing in you and the power of education. So now, your U of L Health family has college tuition covered for all employees and their families. Just imagine the possibilities. For details, visit uoflhealth.org/imagine. That's the power of you.
You'll hear Kentucky Derby 146 right here on ESPN Louisville, ESPN 680, 105.7, and 93.9 The Ville. Time now for another Derby flashback.
By the time the horses went into the starting gate in 2010, jockey Calvin Burrell already had the nickname of Calvin Bow Rail for his ability to sneak through on the rail. He had won 2 of the previous 3 derbies, and this time he was trying to get trainer Todd Pletcher to the winner's circle.
Music for me, big long shot, now fourth on the outside.
is Super Saver. A late run from Icebox, but it's Super Saver and Calvin Burrell, the unflappable Calvin Burrell, riding that rail to victory once again in the Kentucky Derby. Icebox and
Super Saver paid $18 for a winning ticket. Super Saver would only run 2 more times because of injury, finishing 8th in the Preakness and 4th in the Husky.
This Derby flashback is presented by Kroger, fresh for everyone. Hear Kentucky Derby 146 Saturday, right here on ESPN Louisville, ESPN 680, 105.7, and 93.9 The Ville.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
People-friendly equipment, technology, and service for all of your print communication needs. Look no further.
Just Whistle for duplicator sales and service.
Copy, scan, fax, send, or mail. Your unduplicated professionals can simplify the process with world-class network business machines from Ricoh and Savin. High-quality office equipment solutions and services, and the fairest possible price always for you. That's our commitment.
For today and tomorrow.
And our commitment continues from our commercial print and mailing division, Derby City Litho. Check out the 7110 Ricoh graphic print system, providing superior color output to include spot varnish options. Duplicator sales, Derby City Litho. Corporate mailing systems, Ricoh and Savin.
Just Whistle for duplicator sales and service.
Phone 589-5555. Online at duplicatorsales.net. 831 East Broadway in Louisville, with offices in Elizabethtown and Lexington.
This is Steve Rummage, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville.
Possibility matters. Whether you're growing your family or making your house into a home, German American Bank wants to help you turn possibility into reality. German American Bank's Smartest Home Equity Line of Credit may give you the ability to pay for what you need when you need it. Whether you're planning your dream vacation or creating your own paradise at home, contact a German American financial professional to help you make a smart choice for your financial future. Equal housing lender, subject to credit approval. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, Cards fans, do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com, and be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Hi, it's Wendy Canavan, Vice President at Genesis Diamonds. I want to personally invite you to our annual spring store-wide event. 10 designers with their entire collections will be here. Save up to 35% off our already unbeatable prices. A huge assortment of engagement rings, bands, bracelets, earrings, and necklaces, all on sale. Don't miss this amazing event, April 29, 30, and May 1 at Genesis Diamonds, Shelbyville Road Plaza.
ESPN Louisville is your flagship for Louisville City FC.
Brian Ownby with the ball at his feet. Brian Ownby into the middle to Corbin Bone. Bone over to Mushagalusa in the penalty area. Mushagalusa goes for goal, and he scores.
The boys in purple look to stay hot Saturday as they host Pittsburgh in Lynn Family Stadium. Pre-game coverage begins at 7:15 with kickoff at 7:30 on ESPN 680, 105.7, and the ESPN Louisville app. If it's Lou City, it plays here on ESPN Louisville.
Victor, do you want me to put up a Bet Rivers Twitter poll? Is it going to be Milt?
No.
Rondo? The field? It's fine. I didn't want to anyway.
your suggestion you give Nick may not get played immediately.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
No,
So
but it'll be in the bank.
it's going to be in a list he's going to keep of suggestions.
Or just every day you at the top of the hour,
Yeah.
you send in your suggestions.
Okay.
And Nikki will either take your selection or your suggestion,
Yeah.
or he'll make his own
Okay. You
selection.
mean one time.
Y-
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
the top of the hour,
Yes.
the 11 o'clock hour.
At Nikki Vespin, if you want to DM me or just at me on Twitter.
Yeah, and I'll do this.
Definitely follow me too.
Oh, the mute. Yeah, I got it. So you can put it on Twitter. I will not check Nikki's Twitter. I will not cheat.
Sure.
I will
wanna
try
hear
to
it.
decide if Nikki selected this.
You're talking to two dudes that do not shake their presents on Christmas.
Oh yeah.
I am not a look for my present guy.
Yeah, I kind of like the surprise.
That's why even yesterday I was like, I made sure, like, I'm like, okay, I did look at the divisions. Like, is that okay? Like, you know, I was like, so
yeah, right.
All right. Well, I love this idea. This is a great organic segment. Can I just have each of you be the sounder? One of you guys go selection, and one of you guys go suggestion.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll do imaging.
Well, no, just do it right now. No time like the present. Yeah, just pick
What do you
one.
wanna
Which one you want to do?
I'm kind of freezing.
Suggestion.
Selection.
That was clean. Well done, boys.
Okay.
One take, Tony. You two.
Okay, so at the top of the hour,
No, don't send them to us.
Yeah, no, that defeats the purpose.
Yeah,
That's like the Stone Cold intro. DJ Quick tonight. I'm like, no.
yeah. Send them.
Not to the text line.
Tag
We
Nikki.
see the text line too.
Tag Nikki on Twitter, or you're probably better off tagging him.
Or he'll give
'Cause-
out your address and just go to his house.
Yeah, just deliver them.
Yeah,
By all means.
just listen.
Freak the hell out of Jeanette.
Nikki,
Yeah.
Listen, Nikki's cell phone number is 502.
Start texting now.
Just text it directly to him. Do we got somebody on the line, Nikki?
Yes, we do. We have Victor.
Victor, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
So I agree with the texter that we will have a white assistant and that his name will be none other than Luke Hancock. Think about it. He fought for us to get the banner and all of that. Still fell a little bit short, but he is a true Louisville player and fan. So I believe that that's exactly who we will be getting as an assistant. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate the call. Luke Hancock is our next long shot third assistant. What's been our best suggestion so far? Texas gave a couple. So listen, there's a lot of Rondo support. We did get a Purvis Ellison.
Yeah, somebody said they were an Uber driver and picked up Purvis.
Purvis.
Urban Purvis.
He's gonna be white.
Yeah. Surprise.
Yeah. How important is this on the list now? Because now I'm wondering.
This is why you haven't saw Purvis in years.
Really? Rod Strickland.
It's not a bad one.
Hire Kentucky's compliance officer.
I'm okay with that.
JJ Redick. And the Rockford strength and conditioning coach.
All good.
Okay, no sound on YouTube. Okay, that was a little while ago. Daryl Griffith.
I'm okay with that.
You're right.
Yeah, I don't know if he is, but
yeah, he'll be.
Listen,
okay, Daryl Griffith is how I imagine how surly. Okay, here's the thing. To me, you have to have a bit of a chip on your own shoulder to do this job the right way. Like you have had to play with an extra chip on your shoulder from some kind of insecurity almost, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I think Griff would coach kind of how I would coach. Like, y'all suck. I think he would coach like that all the time. Y'all suck. To everybody.
Yeah, probably.
He's just
so.
way too good.
Probably so.
Yeah. At least Kenny. Listen, you remember when Kenny Payne said, yeah, sometimes it's hard going.
Ross.
It's hard going from watching LeBron and these guys every night to being
to college
Yeah,
kids.
it's just like, yeah, look, that's the only thing that worries me about Danny Manning, Nolan Smith, and Kenny Payne is that they're just gonna be like, y'all are weak as AF.
Yeah, it's like,
Y'all weak AF.
Y'all kind of suck.
Like, go get me some. Listen, there's nothing like Coach Crum just going. Like, can you imagine screwing up and Coach going? Just
he's such a jackass.
I know. He's just like, y'all are the weakest players I've ever seen.
I know.
Who we got on the line, Nikki?
We got our boy Ross.
Ross, thanks for joining us. Fire away, my man.
Hey, what's going on? So I'm a little bit out of it. Did y'all say there's for sure a coaching candidate being named today?
We did not.
Well, a staff member's being named today for sure. There's a press conference at 2:00. Yeah.
So it could be our dude Perez, right?
It could be anything.
Could
We're
be.
We're doing long shots right now.
Could be anybody. Could
Okay.
be strength and conditioning, director of ops, third assistant. Yeah, who knows?
Okay. So before I name two, I'm going to say, Marcus, if going on what you were talking about last night, I'm not going to, if
Long
it's BAH,
shots. Long shots. Long shots.
No. I was just going to say, if all them players were to go pro, we're going to a Final Four this year. That's all I was going to say.
Listen. I you know what? Thank you for reminding me. Keep going. Sorry about that.
So we can get. Yeah, trust me. I wasn't going to do the other thing that you were saying. So
Okay.
I was on that. So, anyways, my two long shots. Okay, I'm going to say because it seems like there's been some buzz about NBA. So my two would be either Frank Vogel or Damon Stoudemire.
I could handle both of those.
I like it.
Yeah, no, I like those. Appreciate the call. Those two long shots, off the radar shots. That's what I mean. A good long shot. What he said last night. I sent Steve this text message. I said, "What if around draft time next year? What if around draft time next year, Steve, we had Imani Bates going number 4." And we had Brandon Huntley Hatfield going 11. And we had Tyrese Hunter going at 31. And Jalen Withers going at 39.
Where's Sid going?
Hey, you're right. The reason I didn't want to do that is because I didn't want to leave anybody out.
You're just keeping him.
But yeah, just no.
Sydney has such a great NIL deal.
Yeah,
he turns down.
He turned down. Yes,
and comes back.
He turned down the draft spot and said, "Nah, I think I'd rather." Listen, I like being in college. Listen, I like the way my money comes in. Look, and I don't have to work. I don't have to play 82 games. I just go play my 30 games and dominate in college and live in Dencrum Hall. Hey, that's not a bad life for some people. Any good tech, Steve, over there? KP has made two great hires. Somebody says Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
Okay.
Who else do we have?
Sorry, I'm looking up something.
Okay, a little bit of Milt. I guess let me make sure I check my text messages. I'm not missing out on anything. Okay, yeah, we're good to go. So
this is an awesome text.
I'm listening.
This texter says, I am a contract pilot for Jet One. Just landed in Louisville and turned on my radio station to y'all. My passengers were Magnus for Magnuson. And
World's strongest man.
And the lethal shooter from Instagram.
It's one of them?
That's awesome.
It's one of them?
That's one of the coolest texts I've ever got. I'm sorry. That's why I was kind of like, I was reading it and I'm like, I'm looking at this. I'm like, and I'm looking, I'm like, it all checks out.
Hey, y'all, we do really appreciate the professions with our callers. Like, that puts a face and a job to and you know what it does also? It really does help with our advertising, y'all. When you call in and say, we're working here listening to you, we work here listening to you, our advertisers can say, hey, we're not just reaching a couple, we're reaching a whole plant.
No,
we're reaching a whole section of people.
No, but do you understand what he was saying? Because I believe he's talking about Chris Matthews, right? Like the most sought after shooting coach on planet Earth. Like I read that and I'm like
the lethal shooter.
I read that and I'm like, should I have read that?
What color is he, Steve?
He doesn't look like me. Actually.
But
he's a unicorn.
He's a shooter. Are we gonna have okay? Do you want to play that game, Steve? Do you want to play that game to say we're breaking the news?
No, I don't. I wish I hadn't read that now.
Oh,
But no,
man.
thank you for sending
You're
it.
no
though.
fun.
I wish I hadn't read that.
So why not read it out loud?
I didn't realize it
Yes,
until
you
I
did.
read it.
Yes, you did. You read it, you looked it up on your phone, and then you said it. To the earlier texter's point, don't tell Steve spit because he cannot hold anything. He cannot. He read that text, Nikki. He looked it up on his phone. He insinuated that oh God. He insinuated that we're literally bringing in the best shooting coach in the entire United States of America. I hate you cannot have a co-defendant / co-host that can't keep his mouth shut.
It was a good text. Blame the text. Blame the texter.
The pilot just called.
Dang you, pilot.
He's like Ron Burgundy. He just reads the
Dang you, 900.
The pilot literally, you're not allowed to do that. Isn't there some kind of HIPAA law against that? You can't tell us who your passenger manifest is.
Magnus has this guy up against the wall right now.
Like, I'm sorry. You cannot report passenger manifest to 93.9 The Ville. No, you can't. Apparently, when Steve is your co-host, it is now illegal to report any inside information to Steve Rummage.
If that's who it ended up being, that would be hilarious.
That would be very funny.
I mean, and amazing.
I mean, we're officially the plug now. If that happens, we're the plug.
No, this guy is.
That's a great point. We have the ultimate inside man from this point forward.
If it was, you're coming on the show under an alias,
and Nikki's gonna have a gift basket,
and we're gonna buy you a
prize
huge
pack,
gift basket.
Your hockey jerseys and MLB the show, bobbleheads, and Kevin Hart's book Fatherhood.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome. So I said we're hiring the professor.
That's what I was literally
That's
about to
pretty
text
funny.
that in.
There is man, there is some real deal conversation that we will have, but man, it is just fun being a fan right now. Like it is really fun. Like you're like, I mean, we're all on the edge of our seats. Like who is the next coach? You know what I'm saying?
The crazy thing is, like, I mean, the whole game
I'm just
today.
letting you get that out.
Yeah, no, I killed your mic.
That wasn't nice, Steve.
I know.
That was not nice. You're like way too excited. When you start doing things like that, like letting people hear me cough just because you're having a good time.
I'm having a great time.
But here's the problem, Steve.
Having a great time.
I said the exact same thing last night. I'm giggling and chuckling away, right? At 12:30 at night, I'm having a Finlandia, double shot Finlandia at 12:30 at night, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, y'all, imagine being me for the last 4 months. Like listen, Steve, and I'm just gonna say me, like it's my universe for a couple seconds, right?
Okay.
The universe just gave Marcus Maben the exclusive radio rights to the University of Louisville.
Yes, Marcus Maben's going to be doing color commentary.
The
with Paul
university,
Rogers soon.
the university just gave this to me. The universe just gave this to me, right?
Yeah.
And then they said, you know what, Marcus? Just to make sure that this thing we're going to give you Kenny Payne to start this era of exclusive rights of the University of Louisville. So you gave me the
Wayne.
Louisville Sports Radio.
Love this guy.
Gave me Kenny Payne. You gave me Danny freaking Manning. You gave me Nolan Smith. You're raining your abundance upon me. I mean, like the stuff you're like, I mean, goodness gracious. I mean, I am worthy of this though, because I bared the cross. I bared the scarlet, the red, the whatever.
And
cross.
listen, even Jesus Christ had a man that Simon of Cyrene stepped out and helped him carry the cross. By the way, Simon was a black man.
Simon Rupp.
Sure. Listen, I didn't have nobody to help me carry it.
I had to carry this alone.
Marcus and I didn't have a Simon.
Wayne, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind, my man?
Good morning, Marcus and Steve. How you guys?
Good morning.
I've got a name. I don't think I've heard anybody mention it, but this would be an interesting hire. I think his name is Michelson, the coach from Gonzaga.
Yeah.
As a coach.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That's a real guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like him. I think he's excellent. But we'll see. But I just wanted to throw that name out there because I hadn't heard anybody say it. But that would be an interesting hire and a welcome addition to the staff. But we'll see who it is.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to throw that name out there.
Wayne, appreciate the call.
Texter says anybody mentioned David Padgett?
I wouldn't mind.
I'd be a tremendous hire.
I wouldn't mind that. Listen, and again, I will never say a cross word about David Padgett again. I owe him the apology of all apologies. He won 20 games, and I was pissed off at him. I was pissed off at him. He did a better job
and went into Florida State and won.
Right. He did a better job than Cal going 9-16.
I know. With less talent.
Right. Sorry, David.
And a tougher schedule.
Sorry, David.
No, I would listen. No, I mean, I'm saying that legit. Like, if it was David Padgett, I would be like, heck yeah, it's a great hire.
Listen, again, the only thing I'll be that guy. You got too many big man coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah. But listen,
our bigs are going to be too good.
No, but how about Steve Forbes?
Could have had Steve Forbes.
Play me out, Nikki. Because I just want to live in a world where Steve Forbes is my coach on April 27th or whatever today is, April 26th, 27th, and Steve Forbes is my coach instead of Kenny Payne. Shirt that says that Steve Forbes. They better must. God,
yeah. God. If you suggested Steve Forbes, punch yourself in the face
now,
right where you sit or
now.
stand.
Rolling along, middays with Marcus Maven on 93.9 The Ville. Can or bottled beer, 4 Pegs. And the best part about 4 Pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
This is Steve Rummage, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville.
the 2022 NFL Draft. Live from Las Vegas.
With the first pick.
From pick 1 to 262. With instant analysis from Mel Kiper Jr. and Todd McShay.
I don't think he drops beyond number 13. A lot of people have mixed opinion on what he can be at the pro level.
Jacksonville Jaguars select.
First round coverage begins tonight at 7 o'clock on ESPN 680, 1057, 93.9 The Ville, and the ESPN Louisville app.
Hey, Card Nation, let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming. And whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that can get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Pirtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
If you want the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits, go to Liquor Barn. Or better yet, have Liquor Barn bring it to you. Download the Liquor Barn app, visit liquorbarn.com, or call your local Liquor Barn store to schedule your pickup or delivery to get what you need to stock the bar. If it's your birthday month, make sure to visit liquorbarn.com for the Pappy Birthday promotion, where you might win an opportunity to purchase a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. Liquor Barn can help you bring the celebration to your cookout, tailgate, or game watch party. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life.
Louisville baseball plays on ESPN Louisville.
High and deep to right field. Grass, track, wall. That ball is gone.
Hello again, everybody. Sean Moth here. Nationally ranked Louisville baseball back in action this weekend, starting Friday when the Cards host Clemson. Pregame at 5:50, first pitch 6 o'clock, right here on 93.9 The Ville.
If it's Louisville baseball, it plays here on ESPN Louisville and the ESPN Louisville app.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
I'm Ethan Moore. And I'm Taylor Lynch. Join us for Louisville Sports Live. For over 10 years, we've been the city's longest-running all-U of L sports talk show every Wednesday at 6 o'clock right here on 93.9 The Ville.
All the best local and national guests talking all things Louisville football, basketball, and recruiting.
Stay up to date on our Twitter feed at Elville Sports without an O live.
And as always, go Cards!
This is Lamar Jackson, and you're listening to the home of the Ravens in Louisville, 93.9 The Ville.
This is Bob Valvano. As some of you know, I have stage 4 leukemia. Thanks to 2 new medications that are both less than 5 years old, my progress has been good and my prognosis is strong. Those medications only came about because of research funded from people like you. My late brother Jim said, I need your help. It may not save my life, but it may save someone you love. This research is doing just that. We created Kentuckiana Friends of V, a local 501c3 organization that works in close cooperation with the V Foundation to fund research and preventive initiatives locally right here in the Kentuckiana area. Won't you consider helping us in that quest? Sign up for an event, volunteer, or just make a donation at kfov.org. You really do help save lives like mine. That's kfov.org.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville.
This is Sports Center.
Good morning. I'm Nick Valvano. The Sports Center update brought to you by Wing Zone. Get the ESPN Louisville special. 10 boneless wings, wedges, and a drink for just $9.39. Last night, number 10 U of L baseball topped the Toppers 11-4. You heard that right here on 93.9 The Ville. The Cards, they start a weekend series with Clemson Friday, 5:50. Again, you'll hear that right here on 93.9 The Ville. Over on ESPN 680, 105.7 last night, you heard the Reds fall to the Padres 9-6. The Bats, they also fell 8-7 to the Columbus Clippers. In the association, Ja Morant had some late game heroics to raise Memphis over Karl Anthony Towns and the T-Wolves.
Anderson breaks through. Brooks to inbound for Morant. He gets by Edwards into the lane at Vanderbilt. Scores! With 1 second remaining. The Wolves have the ball. No timeouts. Vanderbilt for Towns from three-quarter court. Grizzlies are up 3-2.
The Grizzlies win 111-109. Former guard Donovan Mitchell, his MRI came back negative. The Jazz hopeful that he'll be able to play tomorrow in Game 5 against the Mavs. More middays with Marcus Maven and Steve Rumage next. This is SportsCenter.
This is ESPN Radio.
Magic Johnson, Basketball Hall of Famer. DeMar DeRozan, he wanted to play for the Lakers. I got the call. And then here comes this Westbrook thing out of nowhere.
Dawn Staley, South Carolina head coach, two-time national champion as coach.
When you move 12 inches over to be a head coach, there's so much more pressure to perform and succeed. It's not an easy job to do.
Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green.
I still feel that we'll go on to win a championship. A team got to beat you 4 times, and I know that'll be a very hard feat for anyone.
CC Sabathia, special assistant to the commissioner.
I want our league to run like the NBA and have the players have input, the league office like they do in the NBA, and hopefully I can bring that element.
Chipper Jones, Baseball Hall of Famer.
When you end the season in ultimate fashion like the Braves did, you feel invincible. You feel like there's no way that we're not going back.
The biggest names in sports come here. It all starts with Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max at 6 Eastern and continues all day. This is ESPN Radio.
Here's what you missed on The Drive with Mark Ennis.
I feel like maybe we overstated or overestimated the amount of things that he wouldn't have known to think about, to where I feel like the coaching staff is going to be filling in way fewer quote unquote holes or weaknesses or whatever than we would have anticipated. I think Kenny's a lot deeper thinker about big picture things as a head coach than I anticipated, and I've been pleasantly surprised by that.
The Drive, weekdays 3 to 6 on 93.9 The Ville.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150-939 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Before we play our newly introduced game of selection or suggestion, I should remind everyone that temperature control is one of the most valuable resources one could have. And if you agree with that sentiment, the DFH Company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split, like the one we use here at the 93.9 Studios, otherwise known as the Players Club, for hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222, or look them up online at dfhcompany.com.
Also, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. It's Which Wednesday. Thanks to Jason and his team for bringing by lunch to the ESPN Louisville studios. It's a Which Wednesday, so be sure to get carryout, curbside, or delivery from Hurstbourne or Brownsboro Crossing location for lunch, dinner, or your game watch party. Fully staffed and now open 7 days a week. Both locations, order online or on the Which app. Which superior sandwiches. Kentucky got a mid-major transfer.
I'm listening.
I remember back when we used to take mid-major transfers.
I'm listening. Why did this go under the radar? I didn't hear it in Nikki's Sports Center or anything.
Kentucky got Antonio Reeves from Illinois State. It's a nice little pickup. I'm sure James is excited. You excited, James? What the hell is that?
I gotta look the dude's name up.
It's the Illinois State marching band.
It's the South Dakota State Jackrabbits fight song.
For what? South Dakota State.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name. There's a player from them that is interested in UK.
What does
that matter?
What the hell does that have to do with anything Steve just said?
Because you guys are talking about mid-majors and people going there.
Kentucky just got a mid-major transfer from Illinois State.
And you brought up South Dakota
What's
State.
South Dakota State got to do with anything?
Because it's funnier. They're the Jackrabbits. I had it queued up, and unfortunately, I don't have the guy's name.
Well, they can. I mean, they can have.
I'm missing the humor on this one.
Do they need a South Dakota State guy too?
Are you using that for selection or suggestion or something?
No.
Because that was definitely your selection.
Well, yes. No, I had that queued up earlier because I thought that's what he was going with, but I didn't know about the Illinois State guy.
So
Bailey Shireman, that's his name. Jeez. They're working on getting South Dakota State transfer Bailey Shireman.
Well,
who is the number 3 listed guy
Well, I hope they.
available
I hope
according
they
to
get
the
him.
Athletic.
I hope they get him.
White dude with a mean headband.
I genuinely hope they get him.
Please, come on.
Oh, mid-major Cal.
Bailey Shireman. God, I could not remember his
I remember
name.
back when we used to take mid-major transfers.
I mean,
No, I don't want to do that.
look,
I don't
I
want to
can hear
do that.
Kentucky. He could be the next Billy Jones.
Yeah.
Fans.
No, because I don't want to be. We need to be better than Round Daddy with the Radford Warrior and everything like that. And Carleek was
Do
freaking
we?
awesome. Yes, we
Do
do.
we?
We do.
Why?
We do.
Why?
Because that's the whole point of history to learn
What is
from
he
people's
becoming?
Have you
egregious
ever?
mistakes.
What is
like,
he
have you
becoming?
ever been a part of a rivalry? Like,
I have.
Do you know how they work?
But I'm saying, like, all you got to do
We
right
need
now
to be better.
Well, don't make fun of him for that.
We've
We
watched-
need to be better.
We watched Cal march talent after talent after talent after talent after talent
We need
into
to be
Kentucky,
better.
and now
I'm
they're
just
pulling
saying.
Illinois State and South Carolina.
And now we
South
need
Dakota
South
State.
Dakota State
They're the
guys.
Jackrabbits.
and we need to take the high road, Nikki.
I'm just saying. I feel like right now you just got it.
Nick, listen.
You kill them with
Cal-
kindness.
Cal literally.
You know
Who
how
is
many?
he?
You know
Who
how
sent
many
him? What in
penalties
God's
I
name is he
sent him?
talking about? Listen,
You
Cal.
know how many penalties I drew just complimenting the dude? That'll get you punched in the face way quicker than saying F-bomb.
he literally made his own COVID laws.
Right.
Okay, yeah, that was a little nuts.
Years he made his own COVID rule. Football and basketball made their own COVID laws. I would expect Nicky Valvano to have a blood oath against that whole university.
The V Show wasn't exactly a fan of that. By the way, you'll love this though.
But I didn't hear y'all getting on him about his new laws.
Speaking of ending
We
in,
need to
ending
be
in a
better
vowel.
than that.
Ending in a vowel. My boy Paul Biancardi just texted me this. Antonio Reeves, the Illinois State transfer, averaged 20 points a game while shooting 39% or 39 from 3-point. Is committed to Kentucky. Coach Cal saying, quote, Coach Cal loves his players. He loves the game. He's developed pros, won a national championship. That's what attracted me to Kentucky. That's what Antonio Reeves said.
Well, that's good. Isn't that nice? Wasn't that nice?
Paul Biancardi says it's a big get for Cal and Kentucky.
Oh, well, thank God.
Oh,
Paul
God.
Biancardi also said that Sam Williamson was freaking Klay Thompson, Nick. So how did that work out for Paul Biancardi?
I'm just throwing this out there.
Because it sounds completely ignorant right now. What I said.
Were you just throwing it out there, or
I
did
was
you,
just throwing chum.
No,
I was just throwing chum
who
for you
sent
guys.
you to do this? What you've just done? We literally had the best segment. Play my music again, so we can go back to selection and suggestion. I'm going to throw you a lifeline because you're a sinking ship.
Oh,
you
I
are a
completely forgot to
sinking
mention
ship.
in my Sports Center, Bilal Powell. I ran out of time. Yeah, he retired. Everyone retired as a Jet. I think we mentioned.
I
it.
did like the highlights they showed of Bilal Powell.
We played.
Circulating.
We played the play-by-play of the 85-yard run against Cincinnati yesterday on the drive. So
Yeah,
that was fun.
That was awesome. It was awesome.
It was. It's a great career.
So, Nikki, you going to give me my sound that you played, the selection and suggestion, or not?
It was well. I haven't dropped yours yet. That's what I was trying to wrestle with during the break. So
Wait a minute. You had the.
no. So this is. I was gonna mix that in. That's kind of just the.
We
the-
were supposed to do that at the top of the hour,
Yeah. Well, I played my song,
and I heard your song.
and so
And
what
then
do you
all-
think it was?
Then all of a sudden, you started talking about South Dakota State, and now you're saying you can't make fun of old mid-major Cal.
I'm not
Because
saying.
now, hey guys, hey.
Look,
I mean,
He's doing the best he can.
No, I'm saying that's how he becomes Carleek Jones.
you need to be better.
How much did that blow up in Round Daddy's face? When he
It's
was hating
not
on the
about.
Radford-
It's not about Antonio Reeves, he was legitimately like hating on Carlik Jones. Like, Antonio Reeves might be a fine player. I'm just saying they ain't pulling in the same dudes they were pulling in.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
It's a different ball game now.
Okay. I just don't want it to start into he's the Radford Warrior.
Who sent you to be Captain America with the shield?
Here he comes.
Who sent you? Yeah. Who sent you, Mr. Superman? I'm going to reverse the course of history by circling the Earth 500 times. God, who sent you? Who sent you? I ought to go back and check your phone messages just to see who sent those messages. Nikki, right now, we need help. Emergency. We need to get ahead of this mid-major cow thing. So, golly. Yvette says, where's Brian Hall?
Don't do the Brian Hall.
Listen, he had to know that was coming, right?
Yeah. Anyways, with that being said, Louisville is going to meet, apparently Louisville's going to meet today, or have their shot today with Tyrese Hunter.
Tyrese Hunter.
So we're going to have a meeting with him. So that would be, that's one I'm really, really wanting. And that kind of transitioned me a little bit into what I was talking to you about. Sydney Curry. Sydney Curry has really been out here on the recruiting trail. Sydney Curry has been, he's been writing Imani Bates. He's been writing Tyrese Hunter and those guys. And he told Tyrese Hunter today, he said, hey, man, come and be a part of something special. Like, come be a part of what we're doing.
He's bringing in.
He did the same with Brandon Huntley Hatfield, who could possibly. Can you still hear me?
Barely.
Okay.
Nikki just decided his listening to phone calls is more important.
Am I here? Okay, I'm here.
Than what we're doing in here.
Okay, so they had, and that's a guy who could or could not be in direct competition with it. Right. I think it says something about the mindset of Sydney Curry.
It's always been a fascinating thing to me. Players who want competition in here, I help.
Mm-hmm.
I hope everybody who comes here can play. Versus the player what position does he play? Well, who cares? If he's good, bring him in here. Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make new positions if the dude can play.
Yeah.
It's not taking my position.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. We'll have two guards, or we'll have 3 forwards or 4 forwards.
Yes.
But we need talent in here.
Yes.
Yeah. Let the parents worry about Keegan get a spot. And, no, we need dudes in here.
No, I agree.
Don't start breaking stuff now.
Not breaking stuff now. I am legitimately getting pissed off, though. So what do you guys want from me? Like, I haven't had breakfast yet. So what are we playing?
Nothing now.
Sure?
Nothing.
You sure you guys don't want anything?
We have moved past.
Was that a phone call that just wanted to chop it up with you?
A little bit. They had some questions. Fine. I'll throw it out to you guys. What's the latest with the AD stuff?
I don't know.
Because that's we were talking. There were a lot of things covered there. Said some very nice things about the station. Very nice things about my dad. It was very nice. But then there was some meat that was happening there. We were talking about some stuff, and I don't know anything. Truly, I don't know a damn thing.
Welcome to the club on the AD stuff.
But you guys more dialed into me, so that's
No, we're not. We're really not on the AD stuff. I don't know.
They've been scaring me right now. He's giving me that look. Like,
no, it wasn't. That wasn't a look.
No, we have nothing on that. As far as I know, they're getting a search committee together and they're gonna do a search and name an AD. I don't. That's your guess is as good as mine on that. So I'm kind of doing. I have took the just stay out of it approach from here on out, and
Yeah, that one burnt me out.
Yeah, me too.
That one burnt me out.
I'm excited about what's going on with the basketball team and stuff, and it's just like
listen, that one burnt me out, and here's the problem. That's almost become a politic conversation.
Yeah,
I can't if I can't say a positive and a negative about a certain person, without it turning into a political team.
I know.
Then it's like, y'all don't.
Yeah, so it's like I'm just tired of having that conversation because you it
Listen,
turns so much into.
I value experience. I value freshness. I value but these are two different candidates.
Yeah,
like I'm not allowed to be independent on this without it turning into a conversation that I don't feel like having, especially right now.
So I'm like, y'all do your thing. Whatever, figure it out. Just figure it out.
But I will say, you make the wrong decision, I'm gonna be pissed off again.
There are people much more powerful than me that can sway that. So I'm like, look, y'all do that. Sway it, figure it out, do it.
Okay,
I don't really care.
Okay, Sydney Curry.
So Sydney is continuing this recruitment of other dudes, and it just kind of tells me the mindset, because somebody asked the other day, like, these players coming back, you kind of wonder what the mindset is there. And Sydney, I mean, look, when you're telling a guy like Brandon Huntley Hatfield, look, I want you here. You're in competition with me. And then guess what? Sydney goes back to the thing. He looks Jalen Withers right in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you saw my tweet. When Ellis is recruiting Tyrese Hunter,
mm-hmm.
you coming right in direct competition with me.
Mm-hmm. Or Mike.
But I want a dude. Yeah, or Mike. Yeah. And then Ellis comes back and he looks right at Mike James. We need this guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Listen, I want to have a whip. I want to have a squad.
Yes.
Period.
Yes. So it's like, it's one of those deals, man, where it's just like, I love the mindset of where these guys are. And it kind of speaks to what Kenny Payne has talked about with competition, with, hey man, I'm going to bring, like I said, I don't think it's crazy to think Kenny Payne has not brought dudes in or has not worked these dudes out and been like, listen.
And keep in mind,
there are dudes coming in.
Keep in mind,
yeah,
we're still fresh off of the most nervous times of a scholarships player's life.
Yes.
Kenny Payne just got here.
Yeah.
And y'all remember that slow-paced interview process?
Yes.
And we're saying interview like, hey, I'm going to shoot it to you straight.
Mm-hmm.
And when we leave this meeting, I'm going to give you as much time as you need to decide if you want to stay or transfer.
Yeah.
But what I have to do is be honest with you. I think you're going to have a hard time getting on the floor more than, this many minutes. But
absolutely.
That's my first opinion of all the film I've watched of you. Now, if you believe that film that I have was not a representation of what you're capable of, then be prepared to work. Right?
Yeah.
But again, my opinion is that you should seek a better option. But I am no way, shape, form, or fashion telling you to transfer.
Yeah.
But your work is cut out if you want to play here.
Absolutely.
You have a much more difficult task than some other players.
Yeah.
He's had that conversation with all these guys that are in here right now. And I'm sure he treated Sydney and everybody probably closer to the same way.
Absolutely.
You're going to have to work for it. Now you played, and look, I know you got a little bit of NIL. I know, all this stuff, but you're going to have to work for it if you want to get to the league.
Yeah.
If you want to accomplish these goals. If you're not willing to work against, a team full of potential professional athletes is the only way you get to the NBA.
Yeah.
You have to be better
100%.
than a team full of potential NBA players.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that they've bought into that mindset. And you can tell by because
you're almost making a blood oath right there.
Yes.
That, listen, I'm going to push you with 10 other potential NBA players.
Yeah.
And you are committing to me to work harder than 9 other professional potential guys.
Absolutely.
To reach your dreams.
Yeah. Yeah.
You make that oath with me, then come on back.
But what we needed to know was the flip side. We needed to know, will the players that are coming back buy into that? And that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, you had to buy in originally, but it's gonna break some people.
No, yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The pressure chamber will break some people.
Absolutely.
Pressure chamber. Steve.
Works for me.
Steve, one of the worst moments of my life.
Okay. I'm listening.
I was in one of those, it's not a hyperbaric chamber. It's an oxygen chamber.
Okay.
Steve, I got to tell you this quick story, Steve.
It's bad.
I said pressure chamber. Has anybody in here ever been in an oxygen chamber? And I say in here, like the millions of listeners, like we're all in the same room.
Absolutely.
Steve, do you know what that is, Nikki? Do you know what that is, Steve?
Yeah,
No?
doesn't LeBron sleep in one supposed to like?
No,
help?
that's a hyperbaric chamber.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know what that is, but
Steve,
I have a CPAP. Does that count?
Steve, it's a glass. Steve, it's a big glass chamber.
Oh, it's sort of like a cube, right?
No, it's a cylinder.
Oh, okay.
It's a big cylinder, kind of like in the movies where they're, futuristic movies where they're healing somebody.
Yeah.
They put them in. It's a glass, right? All the way around. You slide a bed out, you get on it, slide you in. It's to oxygenize the environment, and it cuts your healing time, by, a month, or whatever.
Right.
Right? Steve, I used to have, appointments to go in this oxygen chamber where it's just pure oxygen.
Okay.
Steve, to do that, you have to go in this glass chamber and they seal it. And then it gets pressurized. So you have to slowly, it's like going in an airplane. You have to start pressurizing it, right?
Absolutely.
Steve, one thought broke me. One thought led to my worst panic attack.
Oh, God.
In human history. One thought, Steve. Keep in mind, I've done this before.
Yeah.
I've done this oxygen chamber. They tell me it's so healthy for you. I can feel my little wound getting better. I can see it getting better. All this stuff, right? Steve. Hold on. Talk for
Okay. Because I'm curious, because it could be multiple things. The oxygen, it blowing up in your ears.
Okay, so this is what happens.
Okay.
When you want to get, or when it's time to get out, when you're clock, you might be in an hour, right?
Yeah.
You might be in there an hour, Steve.
Okay.
So what you want to do is you want to either get tired, or they might give you a little miniature Valium or something to get you to relax or something. They might give you a little something. But once you get better at it, they usually don't need anything, right? But let's just say you got to spend an hour. They got a TV on in there. You got a headphone going in there. You're not allowed any metal in there because you don't want to chip and spark and cause an explosion or anything. So Steve, I'm in this thing, right?
Right.
I'm doing my thing, and it takes like 10 minutes to depressurize. So if you say, hey, I got to come out, it still takes 10 minutes.
Oh,
yeah. It for 10 minutes.
Oh,
right. So you're locked in a pressurized thing. Like I said, you can probably extend your arms almost the full way. So just imagine that it's glass, but it's just about the length of your arms, maybe not fully stretched out, but
sure.
Steve, I'm sitting in that thing. I'm looking at the TV. I got the little headphones coming into the, into the thing. I mean, I'm looking at like some old people thing, like In the Heat of the Night or something.
Yeah.
Right. Steve, this is the thought that made me panic.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Nikki. Don't worry about it. Steve.
All right.
I'm laying on my right side, and it's about 4 different chambers in this room. They keep it dark so you can relax. Steve, there's 1 or 2 nurses always in there, right? Sometimes 2 if you got 4 filled chambers, and everybody's on different time. So, whatever.
Yeah.
Steve, I looked over. There was only 1 nurse in the room, right? And I looked at her and I said, what if somebody came in here and just did something to her? And we'd all be locked in these chambers.
Oh gosh.
That's all I took. And listen, this is around This is around one of the times there probably was some school, situation. And like I said, the thought, it was just that quick, Steve.
Yeah.
The thought popped in my brain. What if somebody just walked in here and did something to her and I'm just stuck in this thing?
I know. Oh, no.
Listen, I tried to calm myself. It took me I had about 107 seconds of, come on, Marcus, calm down. Like, calm down. My heart starts racing. Listen, palms are sweaty, knees weak, Armageddon.
Gosh.
Listen, Steve. I looked and I went. I listened, and she didn't hear me the first time. I gave it, right?
Yeah.
I looked at her. I was like, I gave her the now.
Yeah.
And she's like, she comes over. Are you sure you only have 31 minutes to go? And I was like, now. And that thing started going off, and I'm just looking at the doors, and I'm just waiting for a terrorist to come in here and just go to work. But that 10 minutes that I had to, I was like, I'm sweating. It's cold in this thing. I'm sweating. And I'm just, oh my God, listen. Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. See, that when I say pressure chamber.
Oh my God.
It's just the worst.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah. Ask anybody who's ever been in one of those oxygen tanks.
Yeah, no chance. No chance.
And Steve, again, I had done it 10, 12 times. It was all good.
Ooh.
And it was just one thought. And it was like, you're done.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. I think that's when I transitioned into adulthood, because it was like, Marcus, you'll never be able to do that. It's just like one of those, just one of those moments. Like, we're going to scratch that off the list.
Yeah.
Like the moment you knew no more roller coasters.
No, I couldn't have done that. Yeah, I couldn't have done it. And that actually, and it's funny, I'm weird. Like, there are certain roller coasters like that I won't ride. Like, I have to trick my brain to just like, I have to convince myself I can get out. Basically anything that pulls over the top, over my shoulders, I'm like, I don't think I can do that. But as long as it's one of
the
those,
lap thing,
the lap bar,
I always felt like the lap bars, I'm gonna slide out of this thing.
Yeah,
this thing is not gonna hold me in, or it's gonna break. I think I actually prefer the things over the shoulders because it made me feel more, I guess, sturdy and locked in. But look, and I thought I felt like even if this popped open, I could hang on upside down to these bars. But them lap things, it's like if this thing opens, there's nothing to hang on to.
I'm weird, man. I'm like, no, I don't like it.
The little dragon. I was just sat on the end of one of those one day, and I was just coming up a little too high out my seat, and I was just like, no more dragons.
No, the new Velocicoaster at Universal, the way it is, like you're falling out of your seat. You feel the whole time, like you're like, no, this is it. Yeah. I'm falling out of my seat. Every time it turns upside down, your whole butt just drops.
Separate.
You're like, whoa,
this is not safe.
I was like, this is.
Who do we got, Nikki?
We have Aaron, sorry.
Aaron, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, Marcus. And Steve, I wasn't really thinking about a terrorist. I was just glad you got out of there before Ryan Reynolds struck his match and blew his up.
Right. Fair enough.
There you go.
That's good.
Appreciate the call.
That's a good call.
I'll tell you what, we'll take our last commercial break.
That's a good call.
Middays Marcus Maven on 93.9 The Ville.
New this fall at Cardinal Stadium, Louisville football season ticket memberships, where you're a member every day, not just game day. Membership is a free part of your season ticket package, giving you access to exclusive and valuable perks that come in addition to your in-seat experience. Purchase yours today for as little as $199 by visiting gocards.com/tickets. Join the Louisville football family today and enjoy season ticket memberships all year long. L's up and Go Cards.
Do you have what it takes to make the perfect derby party? Well, don't worry, we do, and plenty of it. Cox's and Evergreen Liquors has all your favorite beverages and the know-how to make every celebration a winner. From craft beers, wines, spirits, seltzers, and of course the finest Kentucky bourbons, we have it all, including a selection of special derby products right here in your neighborhood. For everything you need, for anything Derby, you know where to go. It's Cox's and Evergreen Liquors, Louisville's go-to liquor store.
I'm attorney Daryl Isaacs, the Hammer, founder of Isaacs & Isaacs Personal Injury Lawyers. If you've been injured in a car wreck, our team will fight to get you the money you deserve. Just click and get help quick. Go to WeWin.com. That's WeWin.com.
Pizza, wings, and Derby. Hi, it's Louis Rabeau, the Horse Racing Happy Hour. Join me Wednesday, May 4th during Derby Week for some pizza and handicapping as we get you ready for Oaks and Derby. We'll be at Chef's Cut Pizza in Linden at the corner of Whips Mill and LaGrange Roads next to Champs Roller Drum. Tickets are $30 per person, with all proceeds benefiting Kentuckiana Friends of V. Included will be an all-you-can-eat pizza and wing buffet, along with a look at the Oaks and Derby cards. Call Chef's Cut to reserve your spot today at 502-265-1320. That's 265-1320 for Chef's Cut Pizza. And remember to catch the Horse Racing Happy Hour on Oaks and Derby right here on ESPN Louisville, noon to 2 on Oaks Day and 11 to 2 on Derby.
Spring is upon us, and that means change. But one thing that shouldn't change is who you call for all your home buying and selling needs. Call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and the broker owner of RE/MAX Alliance. And this spring, he wants to make your home buying and selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to a $5,000 seller's credit by mentioning you heard it right here. And if you're looking for financing, Josh can cover that too. His new mortgage brokerage, Motto Mortgage A2Z, has licensed loan originators that can take care of all your financing needs. So don't wait any longer. Contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or Josh Jarbo at remax.net.
Each office is independently owned and operated. NMLS number 2256125.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Louisville baseball plays on ESPN Louisville.
High and deep to right field. Grass, track, wall. That ball is gone. Hello again, everybody. Sean Moth here. Nationally ranked Louisville baseball back in action this weekend, starting Friday when the Cards host Clemson. Pregame at 5:50, first pitch 6 o'clock, right here on 93.9 The Ville.
If it's Louisville baseball, it plays here on ESPN Louisville and the ESPN Louisville app.
Body Armor Edge is sports hydration with a boost of caffeine. Get your edge and take the game to the next level. With 100 milligrams of caffeine and 1,000 milligrams of electrolytes, Body Armor Edge is boosted hydration that will keep you going through the last buzzer or the finish line. Plus, it's got potassium-packed electrolytes, antioxidants, B vitamins, and no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes. It's more than just a sports drink. It's Body Armor Edge. Get your Body Armor Edge today at your local Kroger.
Follow the sports leader. We are ESPN Louisville. Download the ESPN Louisville app today. Delivered by UPS Jobs Kentucky.
Research shows that people remember radio ads with a booming voice that emphasizes all the main points. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
That part is super important.
Here's one with the booming voice.
Emphasizing everything.
Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance.
Like a page with every word highlighted.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Liberty, 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 liberty.
What a difference a few months can make. Come have a beer, bourbon, or a glass of wine at Great Flood Brewing. As weather warms up, walk on up and enjoy our patio and friendly staff as we welcome what will be one of the most exciting off seasons to basketball and football. We are proud partners of ESPN Louisville and can't wait to serve you. 2 area locations, Great Flood Highlands and Great Flood Middletown. Online, greatfloodbrewing.com.
Miss anything for your favorite shows? Head over to the GE Appliances Podcast Center on ESPNLouisville.com.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can or bottled beer 4 Pegs. And the best part about 4 Pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
The 2022 NFL Draft. Live from Las Vegas.
With the first pick.
From pick 1 to 262. With instant analysis from Mel Kiper Jr. and Todd McShay.
I don't think he drops beyond number 13. A lot of people have mixed opinion on what he can be at the pro level.
The Jacksonville Jaguars select.
First round coverage begins tomorrow at 7 o'clock on ESPN 680, 1057, 93.9 The Ville, and the ESPN Louisville app.
Terrorist, metaphor, analyst, fans, ironless, and opponents I dismiss. Erase copycatters.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is another number. 93.9 is the station. Turn that up a little bit. Now we're going to, this will be our official. This is going to be the first official one. But I want to do this. I want to make the last one at the top of the hour break. I want to make that my kind of like my not playing game. What do you call it? NFL what are preseason, like the preseason.
Yeah,
okay. So the last one.
The Hall of Fame game or something?
Yes, the Hall of Fame game. That was the last break, and this one will be the real one. Now the Wu-Tang. Selection or suggestion? The Wu-Tang from last break. This is my NFL Hall of Fame game. Yes, I would definitely say that was a selection by Nicky Valvano, because whenever we start talking anything hip hop, his go-to is always RZA, Jizza, you know, like he always knows the name. So I would definitely say the Wu-Tang was a Nicky Valvano selection. What say you, Nicky? Go ahead.
That was exactly what I was going to say.
Okay.
I was like, the fact it was Wu-Tang, I was like, and it's the first one.
And it's the first one. So
Nick's trying to show out.
What say you, Nicky?
You guys are right.
Selection.
It was a selection. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fake.
Okay.
Crap, I just broke the chair.
Now this one. Now this one. Now this one.
Juice Crew All-Stars.
Juice Crew All-Stars. I'm going to say that this one was also a Nicky Valvano selection. Why do I say that, Steve?
I'm listening.
I think he tried to throw me off by going 80s hip hop or early 90s hip hop and tried to throw me off by going that and just random guess. So I say that is a Nicky Valvano random selection.
I think you're giving him too much credit on this one. I think this is a suggestion.
Is a suggestion. What say you, Nicky?
Man, I'm gonna have to change my game up. You're totally right, Marcus.
Selection.
That was a selection.
Yes.
Wow. Now that wasn't just a blind,
Got
guess
me.
though. That was a song I heard a long time ago, back when I had my Sirius XM. And I was just like, this is cool. I like this. And it's always been in my back pocket. But I had to look up the name of it. But yeah. But I was like, I love this song. Like, hadn't heard it forever. So I was like, I'll go with the obvious one. Obviously, I play that Guillotine Swords instrumental like every 3 weeks.
Right.
And then I was hoping that, you would think like, well, surely he's going to do it.
This is going to help us learn about each other, Steve.
This is. That was a good one.
Selection.
So
Okay.
both selections.
So, Steve, we got about 9 minutes to go.
Okay.
You know what we also forgot to do? We're gonna have to do something about the We got to finish our ideas on the movie suggestions.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna have to complete
Middays
that
at the movies or something like that.
where we give out recommendations.
Yes.
I think that will be a good one.
Okay.
That'd be a good
I
one.
think it would help if we tried to definitely focus on the sports movies, but yeah, definitely mix in other stuff.
No.
I feel like you gotta cut it with the sports.
You got to
movies.
be able to suggest anything.
Oh yeah, no, we bring them in with the sports movies, and then we're like, well, there's this great French noir flick that I saw. That blah, 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 blah.
What I was thinking is we need to play the trailer for everything we suggest.
I like that idea.
You okay with that?
Yeah. Some translate better to radio.
Yeah,
than others,
I know,
but
I don't want
like that idea.
I don't want you to factor that in. Okay. Like, listen, Hans Zimmer does all that work to try to make you feel what the movie's experiencing, and he's a genius.
Yes.
So sometimes the music with no action, just listening to the action and the music says that's something I want to check out. So yeah, we'll give a trailer. So even if it's a TV show or series, we'll find their trailer or whatever. So
I like that.
Yeah,
I think
so-
that's a nice idea.
So we'll have that for tomorrow.
All right. What should we call it though? We
I don't
need
know. I don't know. Is that a Wednesday? Is that more of a Wednesday thing?
I mean, it depends. I mean, we'll see what there's that frog again. We'll see what happens with the press conference.
Hello, my
today.
baby. Hello, my darling.
Michigan J. Froggy,
Right
baby.
on, girl.
We want to know Wednesday, one of the all-time great cards.
Baby, my heart's on fire.
Send me a kiss by wire.
I do not know the song.
We got a couple really good text
You
as
had
well.
the right lyrics, by the way. That was the right lyrics. Yeah, it was good.
Listen, this is a WB stuck in your brain. No, I think I got that from the cartoon.
Yeah,
the early days cartoon. Okay.
Look, this texter says, it says, I'm on an ambulance right now, but I want to try to call in.
Thank y'all for doing that. We enjoy knowing what you're doing as you consume the midday show.
This sister says, so you was like sitting in an Instapot for you.
Wait, what?
Like in your dome?
Oh,
it's
God.
like this one says
it's
the
the
whole
worst.
time I thought Marcus was just going to be worried about blanking himself in there.
No, actually, you wait till right before you're going in there. Like the last thing you do is go straight to the bathroom.
And the rest are about Peyton Siva being at the Up Center or at the Planet Fitness.
That's the only thing that matters
Keeper
here?
Center. Yeah. So, yeah, that's where everybody's at right now.
So no more long shot guesses on what's coming. And you know what? Congratulations, KP.
Yeah.
For you to have a circle of, let's just say, people who are better than keeping secrets than Steve.
That's fair enough.
So everybody?
Yeah, pretty much everybody known to man.
Steve and local pilots.
Yeah. Essentially.
Those are the two people you cannot trust with a secret. Your pilot and Steve.
Sorry.
Can you do a pilot impression? The little this is your captain speaking.
Man, I don't
This is
know.
Captain Ravage.
You've been on a lot of planes lately,
Yeah.
Steve. You should have something on
But
demand.
they're all kind of like spirits. Pilots are all like Cuban. Like they sound
I
very.
was going to say they were all
Well,
teenagers.
it's based in Florida.
Basically interns, right?
Yeah, no.
Don't say stuff like that.
I'm just kidding. Spirit, you do a great job going to Florida. You do a horse spit job going to Nevada. But you know what? I do a terrible job making crepes. I do a mediocre job at other things. So we can't be great at everything. But they are great with Florida.
With hops to Florida.
Yeah.
Okay. Last thing.
Yeah.
John Morant.
Cool.
That dunk was
okay. But you have to do it all timer.
Yeah, probably.
Did you see the slow motion?
The super slow motion. Yeah.
I forgot what the song was attached to that.
And I don't want to be
Wasn't
prisoner of the
Explosions
moment,
on
but
the
I'm just like, that was just stupid.
It was it was DeAndre Jordan esque. Not quite as bad because Brandon Knight's body didn't didn't just contort and flop onto the ground in such
Yeah.
a physical manner.
Yeah.
But but it was there.
Here's
Yeah.
and here's the problem. Here's the problem. I am kind of mad at him for the way he took that charge.
Mhm.
Like if I was the coach or somebody on the team, I would be like, dude, you're stupid. I would be so mad at him. Like if we're in films getting dunked on, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would blame the guy taking the charge.
Yeah.
Because here's what you do, Steve. Here's what you have to do. And Nick, I don't know if you know how many charges you've taken, but there's a tactic to taking a charge when somebody's trying to dunk on you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's kind of on the line, but it's still gentlemanly enough for everybody to go, oh, and nobody's really gonna get hurt.
Right.
When you take that charge where he's standing, right? When you get the contact, you push out with your arms. You ever do that, like that fake push where you push somebody, but you're kind of still you're pushing yourself back from them, so you're not really like putting a lot of pressure on them. It's just one of those baseball pushes.
Oh yeah,
like you kind of you chuck them, but it really is to remove you from the immediate danger
Right.
too, right?
It's an ejection, but also a reminder.
Yes.
It's like 75% ejection,
Yes.
25%. Hey, I'm still here.
Yes,
So,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
put my hands on you. Hopefully, this gives us enough separation to where people start breaking it up.
Right.
It's a baseball push, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll call it a basketball push because that goes on too. You push backwards. You know what I'm saying? But you are the one who initiated the physical contact.
Right.
So it's like, oh, maybe push. You know, like okay, you have to do that push when you're taking a charge, right? When somebody's kind of dunking over you, a push when somebody's in the air like that, it stops their momentum or slows it down enough to where it's going to cost them at least 1.5 feet of distance.
Yeah.
So when you take that charge, you take it and you push out a little bit. So then they end up kind of just falling on you or they end up just hanging on the rim. But they can't finish that dunk. And I'm like, he just had his hands down and he got his shoulder turned. I'm like, fool, you are going to get us, you're going to make us look stupid.
Yeah.
If you take charges and let people, it's the not Kurt Ram, Tom Chambers. It's the Tom Chambers dunk.
Wait, when Shaq
No, Mark Jackson.
Oh no, my bad.
When Tom Chambers dunked on Mark Jackson.
This was Tom Chambers was doing the dunking actually.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Tom Chambers of that delegation had one of the most impressive dunks.
We got one
in history.
There goes
right?
the shutout.
Tom Chambers punched on Mark Jackson, but Mark Jackson did this. Took the charge and put his hands up by his chest, which was like a damn catapult for Tom Chambers.
Yeah, I'm looking at a photo of it right now. Yeah, he literally does look like a platform. For him.
Yeah. Like you stick your knee out, and if somebody makes a solid brace with their arms across the chest, boy, you are asking for it.
Yeah, he's basically pushing off of him.
Yeah, you gave him another
launch pad.
Yeah, you're a launching pad. It's like, y'all teach our babies right now to push out, and you do that so that you don't take the full brunt of the charge. You stop their momentum. You don't take the brunt of the hit. You slide backwards. They fall down. The crowd goes, "Ooh, we almost got you," and we both live to fight another day. But what he did is you're in Ja Morant's Hall of Fame. If he gets a statue one day, you're it.
Yeah, he's like the Syracuse guy that got jumped over.
Yeah,
by Lamar.
You're the Lamar Jackson, Lamar leap chump.
Now, if you get punched on that bad, do you have to do who was the guy that Shaq dunked on, shoved, and that because that guy hopped up and then had the most impressive throw.
I know.
Pelted him in the back.
Kurt Conley. What's his name? Conley.
It began with a C.
Yeah.
Because that's why I got.
What's his name?
No.
Everybody, what's his name?
It's not Conley.
I know it's
It
not
was,
Conley.
it's gonna make me mad.
Chris Dudley. Yep.
Chris
Yep.
Dudley.
And listen, that was
You're right.
extremely. Had that ball not hit Shaq, that was the most redeemable throw in history.
Oh, dude, that was like a frozen rope.
Yes.
No, he had to.
I'm glad he hit him with that ball.
Yeah, he had to.
Because that would have been if we'd have had this conversation, everybody, if he had not hit him with that basketball, we'd have been saying Shaq number 1, Ja Morant number 2.
Yeah.
Patrick Ewing number 3. Scottie Pippen, Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, because I mean, Shaq clearly just
the disrespect was just
I know.
right. Yeah.
And looked at him like, it's like, ooh.
I know.
Scottie Pippen is probably what me and you argued this one day, and it was like, and it made me you said yes, and I was like, I don't know, and then it was like when every time that's one of those that like you don't appreciate enough until you go back and watch it, you're like, God, I mean, he just dunked all over him.
I know, and just the way Patrick Ewing, like, you had to literally reach your hands up to get his man parts away from being over the top of your face.
Yeah. A lot of these.
And then he went right over to Spike Lee and said, sit your down, punk.
Yeah.
Like,
That one's
yeah.
That one's in there, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Yeah.
I love the Jordan spin back baseline over Patrick Ewing. That was awesome. You know what I'm saying?
That was going.
Yeah, but it was just like that transition moment. Scottie Pippen.
Well, because the ones that are the best, and that's why Jaws was so good, is where both guys feel like they start moving together.
I know.
And that's what happened with Pippen and Ewing.
Yeah.
It was like they started moving
together
in
in the air.
And then Jaws last night was kind of the same way. It was like, man, it's like our bodies have connected, and now
Alex, really fast.
Really quick. Alex, fire away, my man.
Hey, what's up, guys? Told y'all I was going to call y'all. So listen, all right, I'm at the Fire Academy here in Houston. I can't tell you everything. There's this little thing that you have to crawl through in your fire gear. You have to like get through like an obstacle course, basically blindfolded on breathing on air. Okay.
Right.
So as you're crawling through, there's this thing called the triangle. And the triangle is like crawling through like your drywall, like behind a house.
Uh-huh.
And there's like a certain way you have to get through. You have to take like your regulator and listen. I was like halfway through that thing, and because you have to fit in a certain way in this triangle space like it's so halfway through I'm going in and my regulator, it like pops off. So now I have air, I have oxygen just going like all in my face, and I'm trapped behind this triangle. I freak out and I start like shaking the thing, and I pull out. And then one of the instructors behind me holds me down on the ground. He's like, no, you gotta go. You gotta go. And that was the first time I went off, because I'm like, dude, like, I can't, like, I literally can't continue on because this thing is like outside and there's dirt.
We gotta go.
It was terrible. Sorry. Thank you.
Bye. Spring is upon us, and that means change. But one thing.
I know. I'm sorry. I love Alex. He's a great dude.
Jar